Directives have been given and the department expects them to be carried through. Unless your staff have to be spoon-fed, if they're ever here, that is.
That is hardly fair, Mr. Douglas. Until I have checked the rosters thoroughly, I cannot give you a reasonable explanation.
Well, you've got them in front of you. Have a look. It's my guess they've decided to sleep in.
As I said, until I have investigated...
Look, I am not going to argue. This place is a shambles. I never know what's going to happen next. Now what?
That is the fire alarm, Mr. Douglas. Now, if you will excuse me... Yes, emergency. Could you give me the fire brigade, please?
Here, hold it.
Who's that?
How on earth could a fire start in there?
Nothing had surprised me in this place. Get this mess cleaned up. And then I want a meeting of all senior staff in your office. Immediately.
Very well.
That fire was in the staff room. Now tell me, could a prisoner get in there?
It's impossible unless they walk through one of the security gates.
Well, from what I've seen this morning, it wouldn't surprise me if it was left wide open.
Mr. Douglas, I resent you taking one isolated incident and applying it to the prison in general.
Isolated? Ah, Mr. Fletcher, you shouldn't have hurried in. It's only 10:45. Pity you weren't here earlier. You missed all the firework display.
With all due respects, Mr. Douglas, I wasn't rostered on until mid-afternoon.
All right, you made up those rosters. You tell me. Who do you think's responsible for this fiasco?
I'm afraid we have another problem. That was the gatehouse. Apparently there are 3 fire trucks outside.
Fire trucks?
Oh, of course you wouldn't know. We've had a very busy morning. The staff room caught fire. Pity he wasn't left a little longer, really. The whole prison might have burnt to the ground.
Mr. Douglas!
Would somebody please explain?
One of the lockers caught fire in the staff room.
How could a locker catch fire?
Yes, how indeed, especially when all the security gates are supposed to be locked at all times.
What are you implying?
From what I've seen today, who's to say it wasn't staff negligence?
Mr. Douglas, it could have been an accident. Accidents do happen in prison.
Only because prisoners are left unsupervised and make them happen. All right, well, the picnic's over. This place is going to be tightened up.
We are listening, Mr. Douglas.
My plan is to control the women from within their own ranks. Internal harmony. In order to do that, I've arranged the transfer of one of the women from Barnhurst.
Do you think that'll be adding to our problems?
Not the way I see it. I'm sure it's the only answer.
And who is this miracle worker going to be?
Now, she's no stranger to Wentworth. I think you know her. Mari Winter.
Mari Winter? Well, I hardly...
The matter is closed. She arrives this morning. It's obvious your staff can't control the women. Let's see if she can.
That's right. Sign me a bit of paper. Face the front, Winter. Then march me off to the shower. Matter of fact, I feel like a nice hot shower. That's enough. Listen, there's something you're going to have to learn. You want respect from me, you're going to have to earn it. Like maybe I'd like to see a bit coming my way. I know this prison probably better than anyone. You just remember that and you might be okay.
Well, well, look who's dropped in from Barnhurst.
Oh, they get 'em all, don't they?
Judy, Doreen, this is Mari Winter.
Hi. I saw you come in. You sure gave Conway a bit of a fright.
Oh, just letting people know where they stand. So you're Judy. You're Doreen, is that right? I seem to remember you from somewhere.
Yeah, you were here when I first came into Wentworth about 7 years ago.
Oh, that'll be right.
You were top dog then.
Well, nothing's changed. Mari's been running Barnhurst. Why'd they shift you back?
Oh, there's a few theories floating around. I reckon it's because I was stirring too much. They wanted me out of their hair. Well, things haven't changed much around here. Still the same dump it always was.
Oh, not lately. Things have been real beaut. Got the screws jumping through hoops.
Oh, you must have found yourself a good boss. Who's top dog? Well, of course, I know B. Smith. We met at Barnhurst, but you're on the grapevine. She's not too crash hot. So who took over?
I did.
Good.
Oh, Sandy's a natural. She really knows her stuff.
Yep. It's been real fun lately.
Like I said, good. The last thing I want to do is cause any trouble. Oh, very masterful. You should do very well.
They mean accident victim.
Does it matter? If it's a chance to save your life.
Of course it matters. It's all happening so quickly.
What's that bitch doing here? Settle down, Bee. It's an emergency. We've got to get Bee to hospital.
Yeah, she doesn't look too good, does she? Maybe it's something she ate. Bitch!
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines.